They just give preference to big tags like CA, doctor, engineer more than their child's interest, which is absolutely wrong.
Never tells me
But
anything that you're a girl, so you shouldn't do this. Instead, he tells me you're a girl, so you should do this. You should never step back in anything. Good morning, everyone. We are students of BCA, and we are going to talk about our Indian parents. As we all know, there are completely different kind of humans, and so are the parenting styles. And everyone in India would have been brought up in a completely different way. Some of them from orthodox families, whereas some from completely free and independent families. So, both of us here, me, Nandini, and Kusum, we're going to talk about our own experiences, our parents, and how we were brought up.
if I talk about my upbringing, I have been like, the environment was very nice, but there were some restrictions in everything. Like, the concept of Indian parents is very different if we compare to any other Western countries. Like, the parents don't understand their child mentally. Like, they only see that if the child is physically fit, then the child is absolutely fit mentally, and they just want their child to be very perfect in studies. Like, they think, "Okay, if the child is perfect in studies, he is going to be successful," rather of their mental health. They just give preference to big tags like CA, doctor, engineer more than their child's interest, which is absolutely wrong. But as we are seeing, time is very changing. Parents are accepting their child with their mental issues, demotivation, failures, and everything. Like,
In my house, the situation was very different. I was brought up in an atmosphere where everyone's thoughts were accepted. My dad always encouraged me to voice up, to tell out whatever I feel, even if it was right or wrong. He always asked me to stand up for myself. And in my house, we were brought up in such a way that we be independent from the beginning. And my mom and dad both are very understanding. They give a lot of importance to mental health and all of it. They accept all the decisions that I take, and if it's wrong, they do correct me, not like that, but they do give me a chance to open up and tell what I feel. And my mom and dad are very okay with everything, and they play a equal role in the family. My mom also works, so does my dad, and both of them do the household works together. It's not that only the woman has to do something. I think it's a very good atmosphere to be brought up in.
same like any other Indian parents, my parents are little bit like, they don't want me to do dance and all, as I was passionate about dance from beginning. So in the initial years, they were not accepting dance as a career or as a thing like passion. But slowly, as time is changing, they are accepting my interest, my mental health, and they are just supporting me, which is really a big thing and a big change for me. As I have been brought up in an environment where only studies have been given preference. Like, only studies. But as time is changing, they are accepting me the way I am, with my demotivation, with my failures, and everything.
My house, I don't know if it is always like that, but my dad always believed that let it be a girl or a boy, it's the same. There's no difference between the genders. He never tells me anything that you're a girl, so you shouldn't do this. Instead, he tells me you're a girl, so you should do this. You should never step back in anything. And they never pressurized me about marks or anything like that. They always told me that you give your best. If you don't get it, it's fine. We'll give it another try. They were always very supportive. Not like there were no fights and all. There were some issues where they didn't understand and they took their own time. But I think as time passed, they've come to understand me more better and to support me a little more. So, in the end, all that we'll want to say is even if there are very different parenting styles, let them be very free and independent, or very orthodox and very strict. Our parents will always love us the most, always support us the most. And in the end, there can be no one who can take their place in our lives.